Sex. Who doesn't like sex? Not a lot of people, I can tell you that. Sex is a great thing. It gets you closer with people, creates bonds, and it enhances that relationship with that special somebody. But along with all those pros of sex, there's also cons. I have multiple friends who have experienced the negative side effects of sex, and non-consensual sex at that, and unprotected sex. And it's not a group you want to be a part of. I'm in front of you right now to inform you about the consequences of sex, and hopefully you can take away what I'm about to tell you and use it in your everyday life, and maybe be more careful when someone asks you to hook up or sleep with them. You might be listening to me right now and thinking, this is dumb. Like, I'm in college. I know how to have sex. I know what I'm doing. I know all the consequences. But I guarantee you don't know the true statistics, and it might scare you a little bit. So, STDs, teen pregnancy, and rape. Those are the three I'm going to focus on right now. Starting with STDs, 62% of college students engage in intercourse, okay? And 52% of those people engage unprotected, right? 20% of people in the United States have an STD, and there's a 29% chance that even if you don't have it right now, that you're going to catch one later on in your life. So unprotected sex is really dangerous, and STD is not something that you want to have for the rest of your life. It can change the way people look at you. It can change the way you look at yourself. You're going to have to tell every single partner in the future that you have that, and it might ruin your chances to get with anyone, right? So it's just not something you want to do. Wrap it up, right? STD is not something you want. Secondly, there's teen pregnancy, right? So teen pregnancy everyone knows about it. Everyone knows it's a consequence. But personally, I have had a personal experience with teen pregnancy. My grandma, she was about 15 years old when she had my mom. And from all the stories I've heard, it's probably one of the worst mistakes she's made. Not because she had my mom, she loves my mom with all her heart, but because she couldn't put the time. She had to quit school, drop out of school, get a job, all at 15 and 16. She ended up having my uncle at 17. And it just completely changed her life. Who knows what would have happened if she didn't do that. So, that is another danger of having sex unprotected, right? If you get a girl pregnant, or if the girl gets pregnant, you're gonna have to provide for this baby somehow, right? And it's hard to make that type of money while still being in college, right? So you might have to give up that education and just go straight into working. And you don't want to do that. You want to enjoy your college life. You want to go have fun. You want to go to the parties. So there's no reason why having unprotected sex is worth any of that, okay? And also, people might say, oh, I pull out, I can pull out. No, pre-cum can get a girl pregnant. I know you all know that. So don't take that risk, okay? There's 18% teenagers in the U.S. that are pregnant. And the U.S. has one of the highest teen pregnancy rates, okay? So let's change that, all right? And everyone knows how. Now, the last and final thing that I'm going to talk about for the consequences is rape charges, right? If you're at a party with a girl and she comes up to you, you hit it off, and she wants to sleep with you, right? But she's drunk. She's not going to remember it in the morning, probably. You say no, okay? First of all, you ask her. Make sure she's sober, and then you ask her. You always ask before. If you don't ask, then that can get you into legal trouble. There's crazy people out there that will make allegations just because you didn't ask and just because they didn't say yes. That's not something you want to get yourself into. If you're caught up in that, then that means that your whole life changed. You get your registered sex offender, okay? Your job hiring process is not going to go the way you want it to. You might even get kicked out of college, all right? So that is something that comes with non-consensual sex. You always ask, you always make sure she's okay with it, and then you have fun from there, okay? But make sure you always ask. So I stood up here today hoping that you would take back the consequences of sex and, take that into consideration the next time you have a sexual encounter, okay? There's really one solution. Just wrap it up, okay? Wear a condom. You know, some people say, oh, it doesn't feel the same. It's for the best. You don't want to get someone pregnant. You don't want to catch an STD, and you don't want to catch a rape allegation. Wear a condom. Ask the girl. Condoms are 98% effective against STDs and 98% effective against pregnancy. That's great. Okay, wrap it up. My sources are cdc.gov, gutmacker.org, and healthypeople.gov, and getthefacts.health.